If you are receiving this alert when you go into the Stations section of the Sonnet Studio, this means that at least one of your players is running an outdated version of the Sonnet Player. This could cause a problem in the Sonnet Player since you may be using new components and new features in the Sonnet Studio 4.0 that your remote Sonnet Player is unable to execute and run. If you take your mouse and hover over the red boxes, you'll see that over here the version of the Sonnet Player is outdated, as well as the Adobe Runtime Air version is also outdated, and therefore both of these boxes are marked in red. Now, if your remote Sonnet players are running the latest version of Adobe Air 3.4, you'll be able to remotely update the Sonnet player from here to the latest version. However, if your Adobe Air version is 3.2 or earlier, you will not be able to update remotely the Sonnet player. In fact, you'll need to manually go to the station, install the latest version of Adobe Air to 3.4, and then you will be able to remotely manage the builds from that point on. You see that in this Sonnet player, Adobe's Air version is 3.1, and because it's not 3.3 or 3.4, we are unable to upgrade the application version 3.0 to 4.0 remotely from the Sonnet Studio. So what we'll do is we'll need to go to Adobe's website manually and install Adobe Air 3.4 in this particular Sonnet player. So I'm going to go ahead and open the browser, go to get.adobe.com/air, and download Air 3.4. Click on download now. And once Adobe Air has completed downloading, go ahead and install it. And we're notified we're going to upgrade from 3.1 to the latest 3.4. And relaunch the Sonnet player. And now you can see that our Sonnet controller is running, Sonnet server is connected, the Air version is now 3.4, and the application version is still on 3.0. Now let's go ahead and switch back into the Sonnet Studio. Going back to the Sonnet Studio, you can see that now the Air version is the latest, so it's no longer red. However, the version of the Sonnet player is still outdated, running 3.0, not 4.0. But since we did upgrade the Air version, we're now able to select it and select on this box right here, this icon, which is check for updates. So it'll basically upgrade the player to the latest 4.0 version. Let's go ahead and click on that. Just say yes. And you'll notice that now if we're looking back at our station, both the Air version and the Sonnet player version are no longer marked in red. Now if you are running on Linux, keep in mind that release 3.0 is the last supported version of the Sonnet player, so you will not be able to upgrade to the new release 4.0. So be sure to not use any new components such as the QR or Facebook or other components if you are running on the Linux platform. Just keep everything kind of 3.0. And for the Mac platform, we do support release 4.0, but you will need to upgrade your remote Sonnet players manually, both for the Sonnet player and for the Adobe Air runtime. So hopefully this makes sense. If you have any questions, be sure to speak to live chat, and thanks for watching.